Today's video is on one of the easiest aquarium fish you can keep, and it's not to be misconstrued with how cool these fish actually are. It is actually the white cloud minnow. These fish are some of the toughest fish for a number of reasons. Number one, they can adapt to pretty much any water parameters. They are super tough. They're used to rivers and streams in China. And number two, they you don't have to use a heater. They can absorb a wide range of temperatures, all the way from like mid 50s to mid 70s, which is ridiculous when it comes to freshwater aquarium fish. And it's also unheard of to have a cold water fish contain some coloration like white cloud minnows do. So I'm really excited about taking care, or not taking care of them, but just doing this video. And just white cloud minnows are such an underrated fish, guys. You can put 50 of them in a 60-gallon tank and just have such a cool tank and get some live plants, etc. I just cannot explain to you how excited I am about white cloud minnows. Let's take a look at them and I'll tell you about taking care of them. As far as taking care of white cloud minnows, these fish are super popular due to the reason that you can keep them in smaller tanks. And when I say small, I mean like 5 and 10 gallon tanks. I would advise, if you're buying a couple of them, I would just get like 5 or 6 of them, because then they can breed, and it's just really rewarding to breed fish. That's what really got me hooked in this fish industry. And once I started with one tank, some fish started to breed and I just really fell in love. So if you're looking for a smaller fish that you can keep in a smaller tank, the white cloud minnow is an excellent choice. Like I said, get a couple of them. They'll just thrive in a group more or less, other than like just a couple of them. So get your tank going, make sure it's established. If you need to cycle your tank, I would advise just buying like a used sponge filter from your local fish store. That's the easiest route. Then you just plop it in and you just jump start it. If you're looking for a decent filter, if you have a small tank, I'd get a smaller series of the AquaClear, maybe like the 30, I think it's called, or maybe it's the 20, AquaClear 20. I'll throw a link in the description box. They're the best hang on the back filters on the market, have been for years and years and years. If you have a bigger tank, go big, get the AquaClear 110. The thing is a beast. No matter what though, the AquaClear has different sizes depending on what size tank you have. And if you have a huge tank, get a canister filter. That's simple. So as far as feeding these guys, I just advise getting just a generic community flake food. I always go with omega-1. People make fun of me. It's a decent middle of the road food that's been around for a long time. I'll also throw a link in the description box. The omega-1 freshwater flakes are really good for these fish. They're omnivores. They're actually really opportunistic feeders, meaning they're almost like small little predators, and they will eat literally anything you throw in the tank, which is good. These fish will appreciate a little bit of flow, since their natural habitat is spring water and moving waters. But if you have a smaller tank, a hang on the back filter is going to be more than enough flow for them. And what else is there? So you have a tank, you have your filter, you have your food. Let's see, maybe you want some tank mates. I would advise just other small fish like tetras, barbs, anything that's a community fish that's not going to try and eat the white cloud minnow, because they only grow to around 1.5 inches. So if you put like some larger cichlids in there, they're probably going to try to eat them, because let's be honest, that's a good meal for them. So don't even put the fish in there that have the chance to eat them. Some other good fish would be tiger barbs, silver dollars, any kind of the tetras. White cloud minnows do great with smaller community fish. And what's cool is you could just, what a lot of people do is they'll set up a tank devoted directly to just white cloud minnows, because you don't have to heat it, and they're super tough. So you could throw some plants in there. It's literally like the most maintenance-free fish / tank setup you could go with. If you guys have any further questions, hit up the comments, give this video a like, subscribe. Taking care of white cloud minnows is very easy.